Welcome back to Hubris, Twilight of the Hellenistic World. Let's start for real. Let's start with the first turn. And I'll be doing some of the admin at this point, and I'll just to show what it's like, and then I'll probably cut some of this stuff out of the later episodes, so that we don't have to sit through all of this. So, on the first turn, we have this sequence of play aid for our turn. We don't need to do deck preparation phase, that's already been done for us, hopefully. Now, revenue phase. Every kingdom connects tax value of controlled satrapies, halved through majority of alliances, halved again if ravaged. Well, let's do that. Now, fortunately, I don't need to go and count everything I have on the map, because I have this stack of satrapy cards here, and they all show the necessary information. So let's see, how much money do we make? We get 3. I'll be using the status bar at the top for info, the chat bar. So we have 3. Now I need 3 from Kypros. We have full control of Koilisiria. Do we? Yes, we do. So that's going to be 7. Can I rotate these cards? No, I cannot rotate these cards. There's actually a tip in the rules that to mark these provinces, these satrapies earn you only half. You can rotate them or do something else with them. I can't do this in the vassal module. Okay, Koilisiria counted. Oh, wait, how do I say this? Pelusiakon stoma. It earns me another 2. Oh, by the way, something I haven't shown you, that I think I haven't shown you, this marker, yes, this means campaigning across this border costs extra money. Obviously, there is one on the way to Bactra, because, well, we have to make the life of Seleucids complicated. So I count a third card. Thebais, we control all of Thebais. Now, some of you may be wondering, how can we not control all of Thebais if there is only one space here? Yes. Yes. Foreshadowing. Delta, we get all 18. Then, Kyrenaika. Yes, we control Kyrenaika fully. Hopefully nothing happens ever in Kyrenaika, because getting there is a pain in the ass. You have to launch a naval invasion of this place, because you cannot walk across this desert. Then, this is supposed to be Ionia, another 4. And... oh, wait a sec. Koinon Nisioton. Yes. The stress is on the last syllable. Koinon Nisioton. That earns us another 2. Now, we add it all up. Now, put it back. Okay, add it all up. 3 plus 7 gives us 10. 18 plus 2 gives us 20. Then we have another 2, 2 4s, that's another 10. And that leaves us with another 2. Yeah, that should be it. Hopefully I did not completely fuck it up. Well, seems fine. So, that's... how much is that? 42. Okay, that's great. Unfortunately, we are at war with the Seleucids, so that's going to turn into 21. Which is still good money, but definitely less than we'd expect. So, 21. 7 plus 21. Can I change this? Set amount. 28. Okay. We've done this. Other factions, we don't have to track their money. We could, zero it. It's not going to affect anything. Victory points, normally when you play you use this track, but for some reason this vassal module is set up so that everyone has their own individual counter, and this is, using the one on the board is optional, I suppose. So, We've done the income phase. Now we have the Roman politics phase, because Rome can kinda go feral on its own. So let's roll a die. There should be no modifiers. This is not turn 7. Rome is not at limited war. Rome is at full war. Or so it thinks. So, rolling one die. It's a 5. 5, no change. Well, 2 and 4 would have been one level towards medium, also would have been no change. So this is most likely outcome at the start. Next we move on to the mercenaries phase, which, if you're playing with bots, works differently, not what it says here. Like, when you're playing with other players, this is supposed to be sort of a free-for-all bidding. Oh, I'm offering this much for these guys, this much for these guys. The exact order, it doesn't matter, at least according to the designer. But with bots, you have to do this in a very specific order. And also, bots have limits on how many mercenaries they're going to buy. For example, Macedon is going to get only 1 mercenary unit. And we're going first check these guys. What are they? Yes, Aetolians. Yes. Now, Macedon is just going to get them because there is nobody else who can bid on them. So, we flip this. They're hired. We're going to give them Macedon ownership, which is obviously not something that happens with the cardboard counters, but in Vassal we get the border changing colors. And the non-player player rate tells me they're placed automatically in Macedonia. Good. Then we resolve Galatians. So nobody's going to bid on Galatians, because for that you have to have an office in Galatia. So, next, we're moving on to the Illyrians. Where are they? They're up north. Okay, 2 players can bid on the Illyrians. That is our Macedon and us. Bidding works in a silly way. We just roll a die. Yes, all allowed non-player kings roll d6. Player may choose to roll abstain. Highest roll must hire. Okay. Let's try. I can apply +1 modifier to my roll, or +2 okay, so I have 20 plus talents, so just for that, I'm allowed to apply a plus modifier to my roll. +1 modifier. If I had 40, I could have applied +2, but first of all, let's see what Macedon rolls. Let's roll 1 die for Macedon. It's a 6. Let's roll 1 die for me. It's not going to be a 6. It is a 6. Wait a second. If tied, there is no high. I don't like this. Player may apply +1 after roll. I am going to apply +1 after roll, so it's going to be a 7. Which means I have to spend immediately 7 talents just to buy my first mercenary. That's great. We're at 21. Okay, but that's good. We got some dudes. Going to be Ptolemy owner. I'm going to flip the token. And now I need to take these guys somewhere. I need to send them to a location. I can use a path of either sea areas or non-enemy satrapies. The only enemy satrapies for me are the satrapies which are controlled by someone I am explicitly at war with, so I cannot send them across these Seleucid provinces, which is a bit of a pain. But I have a lot of sea presence. Let me just check one thing. I need to see if I need to have a ship in every single one of these. Okay, I should be able to send them wherever I want, and I am going to ship them all the way here to Coelysidia, because that is the place that sort of disturbs me. or concerns me? Maybe both. But Seleucids can attack here. And if I have a large enough force here, it's going to make it, well, very discouraging for the bot to attack. Like, yes, they have a criteria under which they will attack, and if your force is too big, they'll just say, fuck it, and go somewhere else. So, we've done that. Do we have any more mercenaries? Of course we do. Next, we're resolving... Of course. Mysians? Mysians, let's see. Of course, Mysians. Can I bid on Mysians? Yes, I can. Can anyone else bid on Mysians? Rebels are not going to bid, they don't have a treasury. So I'm the only one who can bid on Mysians, and I am going to hire them. And the way this works is... I'm going to pay a minimal bid, which is 2. So we're down to 19 talents. Sweet. Am I going to put them back here? The Coelisyria? Yes, I am going to put them in the Coelisyria. Then we're resolving Arcadians. These are the ones down here, down south. Arcadians they can be... Right, Macedon is not going to bid on them. Actually, I should not have even rolled here. Should I have rolled? No, wait. Macedon first got these mercenaries. It has a limit of 1. Okay, I could have gotten those mercenaries for 2 coins. I'm going to give myself back 5. Just because... Basically, Macedon has a limit of only 1 mercenary unit unless it's at war with Rome, so... It's not at war with Rome, so it's got this 1 unit, it's not going to bid on the second one. So I should not have had a standoff with Macedon here, I could have done the minimal bid. Let's do it like this. Anyway, Acadians, can I buy them for the minimal bid? Yes, I am. Yes, I am buying them for the minimal bid. Okay. Flip. Ptolemy ownership. Man, I have a really huge army. Maybe that's how I'll be able to do something in this war that does not involve complete failure. There is a small chance. And finally, we do what? Cretans. Can anyone but me bid on the Cretans? No. So I'll get them for 2 coins. And this is why I need to maintain presence all the way in Greece to protect my holdings here in Syria. Okay, so I got all the mercenaries, because my regular army is shit. Oh, I forgot to remove this unit. Send to... Hello, send to out of play. Where is the option? Where is the option to send this unit out of... Oh, yes, forgot. Okay. So, are we done with the mercenaries? Yes, I think we are. Next phase. Well, it's the action phase. Flip the top card of the event deck. Let's see what happens. What is the worst that can happen? Social war. Oh, great. Great. Fantastic. Unalign. Aetolia. Not aligned. Akarnania. Okay. Gomphoi. What? What are these names? Heraclea. Okay, where is Heraclea? Am I missing it? Oh, Heraclea, yes, this one. Oh, this is really bad. This is really bad. For Macedon. Wait, no, that's not what I was supposed to unalign. This is going to be Macedon garrison. Yes, Heraclea. This one here. There are 2 Heracleas here. Yes. Rakis. Elis and Sparta. Oh, Sparta. This is bad for me. Delete. So, a lot of shit went down here. Please note that Macedon has just lost control of this, Aetolia, and its control over Thessalia went from full to simple, so Macedon just lost 2 victory points out of nothing. Decrease, decrease. Hey, game, if you have the scripting, you could at least align these things somehow. Right, so this is bad. Also, we lost control of the Spartan unit. No ownership. And what happens next is place Aetolian's minor unit in... Okay, this unit is... Here we go. This is their minor unit. It's here. I'm going to flip it. And what do I do with Spartans? Yes, I just place Spartans here. Spartans are going to remain here and they're going to chill. Because they are in some kind of rebellion. Actually, what does the card say? An Aetolian-led anti-Macedonian coalition threatens Philippos V on several fronts. Oh, yes, they do. So, here is the situation. If at the end of the action phase, either of these minor units has not been dispersed, if the Aetolians are not dispersed, underline all alliances in Aetolia Epeiros. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Most likely not. Epeiros. Okay, Aetolia Epeiros. Right, so basically, if this unit is not killed, Macedon is just going to lose even their marker in Phoeniki. Okay. And if Spartans are not killed, unalign all alliances in Peloponnesos. This is going to fuck Macedon pretty hard. So let's hope Macedon does something about this. But we have lost our office in Sparta, so we won't be able to bid on the Arcadians next time. So I suppose I should put them to use now. Right, so this event stays here. Also, it increases Roman belligerents by 1. Bing. Next card. Oh, fuck. Wait, how do I say this fucking name? Oh, this name is not in the pronunciation guide. Well, good. Skerdilaidas. What is this? This is kinda bad. Where the Cretan, Illyrian, Aetolian, or Sicilian pirates were the scourge of the ancient seas, or valuable tools for ruthless kings, first among them the Illyrian war chief Skerdilaidas. Skerdilaidas, whatever. Anyway, so what happens here is I could bid on this guy. We could have an auction. I mean, just die roll in this case, with the bots. And in this case, we get a special naval unit, which is the pirates. Sounds great. Unfortunately, well, first of all, it pisses off a bunch of cities. You lose alliances in a few cities. Secondly, there is a chance Rome will declare war on you. At this point, it's a 1 in 6 chance, I believe. Actually, wait a minute. No, it's going to be a 1 in 3 chance. Because we have a Casus Belli DRM +1. Yeah, I don't like this. But hey, I could get a pirate squadron until the end of the turn. Which is... yeah, doesn't sound so good. Hey, if you want to pick a fight with Rome, you can do it. Actually, wait. Right. Now, the wording. Resolved by playing either paying d6 +1 talents to be winner, or placing a ravage marker on their controlled highest tax value satrapy within the scope of the second bullet. I'm not going to pay shit. Because I actually have a navy in all of these seas. Or I have no provinces in all of these seas adjacent here. It's basically around all the seas around Greece. Yeah, I don't need to pay. Right, I don't need to pay, and the ravage marker is not going to be placed because I'm covered. So this does nothing to me. Unfortunately, very much unfortunately, we have these markers at the bottom, meaning we have to resolve the turns of the bots. Let's see how long it takes me. Maybe I'll just do one of these action cards this time and see what happens next. I don't know how much I'll have to cut out due to like mispronouncing and stuff. So, bot priorities. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Immediate event, pending event, recurring event. There are no mechanics? Yes. Okay. Let's see what Seleucids are going to do. Probably something annoying, but they're unlikely to attack because I have a horde here. Let's start. I have a detailed NPK guideline. All satrapies in core not at full control. Seleucids ignore non-Seleucid alignment marker on Seleucia on this place. Okay, though they specifically ignore this for the purposes of checking if their core is in full control. And at this point, they are in full control of their core. Good. Next. End war and on offense. Well, let's see, are we on offense? On offense, if it's at war and succeeds a check against the king's battle rating. The king's battle rating is 4. Do we succeed a check against the king's battle rating? It's a 2, yes. It's a success against battle rating. So, let's see. Oh, actually, I should probably also check the modifiers. There's also +1, a battle rating of 4. Okay, that would have been... The enemy has a defeatable force. No, enemy has an undefeatable force. Available enemy king with a rating. War with Rome. Okay, so none of the negative modifiers apply. There was one positive. So this guy is on the offensive. At war and on offense. Any mandatory must-play events or leader special abilities currently in play. So he can use Suborner. This guy is not going to do anything. Alright. I don't think there are any mandatory events at this point. So let's move on with the flowchart. Any satrapies with enemy-aligned places and on-map non-player king leader in those satrapies? No. No. I mean, there is no king on the map. At the moment. Right. In group from grouping table, any enemy-aligned places could be targeted. And, okay. Okay. Plus troop 1 plus leaders with the campaign icon. They could try to do land campaign, I believe. Which group from grouping table? Yes, there is a separate grouping table which shows generally what Seleucids, which each bot is interested in. Let's roll, I guess. At war with Ptolemy. Let's see. I need to roll 2 dice. 4 plus 4, 8. Yeah, but it's going to target Ptolemy core. Is it going to target Ptolemy core? Any enemy-aligned places could be targeted. Well, you can potentially target this place. You can target Kypros, but I'm not sure it will. It specifically says land campaign, so it's not going to happen based on this priority. It could think about invading Koilisiria, which is what they did historically. You know what? I think they are going to do it. They are going to attack Koilisiria, if only because they have an elite unit and the bot is instructed, like it considers a force superior if it has just an elite unit, more elite units than the opponent. And in this case, they will have more elite units because I have just some random mercenaries. Oh, great. So, how do we do this? First of all, I need to reach for the markers. Seleucids. No, not these markers. Where are the other markers? Great. Seleucids. King. This one. First, we assemble the force. Kind of complicated. Mechanically. I mean, not mechanically, but logistically. Then I take all the units. Not all. I don't need to take this face. I don't need to take the siege engine because there are no hard cities in that place. Then it's going to bring troops in priority. Allied minor troops. No, doesn't have any. Face up military colonists or mercenary. They don't have any mercenaries. Face down military colonists or mercenaries. Free hire, then Royal Army. Chance for renown? Yes, there is chance for renown. Okay, so we're going to activate the king. No. What was that? Why does clicking to activate... Right, so there's got to be some errors in the script. Possibly. Oh. Everything is jumbled together. Right, so we have the Royal Army on the King's card. Is it going to take anything else? We'll try to have at least the same number of hits throughout as defenders. So I guess it's going to be all of these. Right. Oh, I should have just used there is a send to king option. Send to... Why cannot I send the unit to Seleucid king? What? I think this is what's going to happen. I mean, I could play with a simpler non-player rules where you just look at these guidelines for just general guidance instead of following the entire procedure. But I want to see where this gets us, where the bot gets us. So, the king is loaded with units, and it's going to send someone right here. Now, am I doing this right? Not this aid. Land campaign. Right, so we pick it. Targets. Mustered units on the map. Battle. If the force does not withdraw. Do I want to withdraw? No. But I could send my king here. Should I send my king here? I mean, this is a chance for some free renown. Basically, I can send the leader here. Wait, there is player rate card. No, not this. So, I have the reaction. Units not on leader card are about to give battle. An available leader at court with a campaign icon may be activated as strategos placed on the map to command them in battle. Should I do this? Are we confident in our garbage troops enough? Why not? Right, so this guy is activated and spent. Gonna send everyone. Send to Ptolemy King. Send to Ptolemy King. Send to Ptolemy King. Send to Ptolemy King. All of them are here. We're gonna give battle. How's the battle going to work? It's not complicated. Land battle, land battle, land battle. Really? Really? Oh, here we go. If it's rough terrain... No, it's not, unfortunately. Each troop checks against the military rating of their commander. Elite troops have +1 to the rating. Rolling natural 1 is a crit, 2 hits. So, I have 4 units. I'm going to roll for my useless mercenaries. I get 2, 3, 3, 4. That is 3 hits. Okay, I got 3 hits against Seleucids. Let's see how much the Seleucid King is going to get. They have 1 elite unit. I roll for it. It's a miss. And now roll for 2 regular units. It's 1 hit. Okay. Okay, so they scored 1 hit on one of my mercenaries. I'm going to kill one of them, doesn't matter who. Attack center dispersed. Done. And we scored, what was it? 3 hits. I can use these 2 hits to take out Royal Army. And I can use the remaining hit to take out one of the regular master units. We're having quite a big pile-up in dispersed. Now, because the force which had the most troops rout is defeated. Yes, Seleucids are defeated. Also, you know what? If losses were equal, whoever loses the most elite troops is defeated. Anyway, 2 is gained. 2 is gained by me because I defeated a king. Renown. Hello, where is the renown marker? There is the renown marker. I need to increase my renown to 2, which is actually going to give me an extra victory point. 2 extra victory points. Meanwhile, this guy is going to lose some renown. Hello? Okay, in the physical form, the negative renown markers change change color. So, decrease, decrease. This went really well for us. I'll revise it after I record to see if I fucked something up if they would not have attacked. I just think that possibly should not have. Now, the question is, do they have to retreat? The defeated side must withdraw. Yes. So we are going to go back. Okay, we've done the Seleucid part of this turn. Please note, yes, this is just the Seleucids. We still have Macedon doing things, but I think I know what Macedon is going to do because they have a situation. They have a pretty serious situation. Actually, I need to check whether there is anything special for specifically Event 12 in the bot rules. Event 12, Social War. While Spartan units on map and NPK Macedon land campaigns into core will target Peloponnesos, if possible, while Aetolians minor units on map and NPK Macedon land campaigns into group MP will target Aetolia Epeiros. If possible, if there are 1 or more Macedon alignment markers in this area. There is, unfortunately. Okay, let's see what the bot is going to target. All satrapies and core not at full control. Yeah. Not fully controlled. Valid origin satrapy, 1 troop to each origin, yes. Land campaign. And it's going to campaign only in core region satrapies, so this is going to be a military campaign by... what's his face? Philippos V into Peloponnesos. He is going to kick the shit out of Spartans. With what troops? Target all places aligned with enemy, all... Right, so it's going to attack, I guess... Do a campaign against Elis and Sparta. Yes, there's a chance for renown. So, let's go. Macedon King is going to drop from space right here. Then we are going to pick which units? Well, we're going to pick the Royal Army. Right. Wait, where is... I was promised that the unit would be sent to Macedon King. I just clicked. Send the unit to Macedon King. Oh, Game, what are you doing? When you send a unit to a king, you are supposed to send the unit to the card of the king, not to the marker of the king on the map. Right, so hopefully something changes in this vassal module eventually. I mean, I know this is all volunteer work, but maybe. Okay, so Philippos has his royal army. Is he going to bring anyone else? I'm supposed to get a superior force. Having one elite unit is already considered superior. These guys are almost guaranteed to score a hit against Spartans. So, let's just see how this goes. What a proper military offensive looks like. Now, let's roll for the Spartans. They're going to hit on a 2, 1 or 2. Miss. And let's roll for the elite army. It's a 5. Philippos V has a rating of 4, but Royal Army gives him a +1 to this, so it's going to be a 5. Yes, it's a hit. So Spartans are dead for now. They are dispersed. And Philippos successfully carries out his campaign in Peloponnesus. For this, he's rewarded with campaign options. And a sec, campaign options. Ah, yes. Campaign options. So you get 4 campaign options, and you have to allocate before rolling what you're supposed to do. Siege attempts against cities, subjugation attempts against tribes, plunder. Nah. The bots are going to be plundered just to be assholes. So, conduct 2 sieges. Okay, 2 siege attempts. We're checking against Philippos's siege rating, which is 3. 2 dice. 1 hit. So Elis is now Macedon controlled. Except Macedon is not going to place, a garrison is going to place an alliance. Because otherwise all these 3 places will unalign. Then we're going to do subjugation for... wait. Yes. They're going to... oh, yes, they are going to plunder. Sorry, they are going to plunder. Just for fun, place a ravaged marker. Markers ravaged. Doesn't matter to the bot. And... okay. Let's do 2 subjugation attempts. So subjugation is a check against the battle rating. So let's see, 2 attempts. 1-1. Oh, wow. Yeah, so Macedon Alliance. Spartans now love Macedon. Shit. Kinda lost our... wait a second. Where are my mercenaries? I had mercenaries on my card, right? Right? And now all of them are... what the fuck happened? These were all my mercenaries. Oh. So, this was all around a successful campaign. Also, Macedon King beat the shit out of someone. So, he gets 1 renown. No. 1 renown, which means Macedon gets plus 1 victory point in general. And also, Macedon went from having a partial simple control of Peloponnesus to having full control, which means they get another victory point territorial this time. Right, now I start in the lead for victory points. That's how the game starts. And that's actually not very good for me because, well, if Roman belligerence gets all the way up here, they may decide to go to war with whoever is the strongest. Now, I do have some presence in the Royal Senate, some influence there, but it's not much help against the Roman war machine. I think that was it for the Macedon turn. And now I can take my turn. And my turn is going to be very, very short, because all I need to do is Egyptian Phalanx. Activate, pay 4 talents. Decrease, 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 decrease. Oh, I could use the keyboard for that. And bring this unit into play. Where is out of play? Out of play. Yes, now I can bring this unit onto the map. Okay, that's my turn. And now we do the exciting part, which is Rome. But when Rome is at peace, we don't actually do much. If Rome is at peace, draw 1 Roman activation card, apply a diplomacy icon. Fine. Let's do it. Where is Rome? Ah, yes. God, there are no diplomacy icons, first of all, and secondly... Wait. Allies sought none. Rome wouldn't do anything at this point in the game, even with the diplomacy icon. So, this was an adventure. We resolved a single action on the first turn. And it took forever. So let's hopefully I manage to find a way like speed it up next time, or schedule a longer recording session if I have the time. Possibly will. And yeah, we'll see if we can get through it before the end of this year. We're in a pretty good situation, but I will be looking in the rules to see if the Seleucid king should not have attacked, because that was not a very good attack for them. Not a very good roll for them, I mean, okay, but still. Sure, with a rating of 4, rolling 2 6s, that sucks. But maybe this is a start of the end of this war and the start of a beautiful friendship. We can only hope.